Thank you. So, why Springfield?
I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world.
I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
Well, there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors. It's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warrior's Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ-HELP.
How do you become the person you're really meant to be? How do you reach beyond what you thought was possible? The answer isn't about the destination. It's in the journey. It starts when you become part of something bigger, when you join a community that works together to lift each other up, a place where you form lifelong relationships and encounter life-changing experiences. It all starts when you go beyond. At Drury University, we take a personalized approach in combining hands-on learning, meaningful mentorship, and real-world results to make sure you have every opportunity to succeed in both your life and career. Maybe it's fusing your passion for research with your devotion to caring for others, or turning your love of learning into a lifetime of teaching. Maybe it's
path. Easy is not who we are. We are Drury!
Thank you.
Live from Brightspeed Ice Park, Sand Mountain Ice Arena, it is Game 2 between the D3 Drury Panthers and the University of Missouri. Hello everybody, Steve Casson with you as we get ready for this second game. Yesterday's contest was a 9-4 victory for the Drury Panthers. As you take a look at the West Rink, we're in the East Rink right over here, the Stan Melton Rink. We will be having senior night as we're live from the Big Slice broadcast booth. But it will be senior night during the day. Yes, 13 Drury seniors will be honored in a ceremony coming up here in just a moment. Those were the players that were with the inaugural team that started 4 seasons ago, and again they started at Division III, went to Division II and Division I the last couple of seasons. In fact, as Division I, which will play here later on at 6 o'clock against Illinois State, they have now 2 20-win seasons plus in a row. We'll talk about all of that coming up, but let's get into the WSR pregame report, and we will talk about what happened in yesterday's contest. Now, I mentioned that it was a 9-4 victory, and if you look at some of the goals for the Panthers, and it was the first goal of the game that was important for Drury. It kind of started things off for them as Cedric Cardinal gets his 8th of the season, and then all of a sudden a shorthanded goal by Nick Lowe. And all of a sudden, things want to go to a countdown for some strange reason. But that shorthanded goal, again, propelled the Panthers to a 2-0 lead after 1 period. And then a trading of goals in the second. Padilla Butis gets a goal. Cedric Cardinal gets a pair. Louis Fournier also gets a goal. And then goals from the Tigers, which includes Bader getting his 2nd of the season. Luke Bresner will end up getting his 22nd. That is now for him an extension of his point streak. He now has a 6-game point streak. And then, of course, a goal by Hewerman, Ben Hewerman. That's his 1st of the season. Kraft in the 3rd period for the Tigers, but the Panthers put it away with a power play goal. Louis Fournier. Brady Kangas gets one, and Louis Fournier with his 3rd goal of the game, 15th of the season for the Hattie for him. Power plays 1 for 8 for the Panthers and 2 for 6 for the Tigers, as the special teams look good for both teams, although a lot of penalties. 9 for 18 minutes, 10 for 28. The shots, though, a lot of them, as Dylan Gons faces 26, but then a combination of Jackson Winkle, who faced 30, and Matthew Zitzman for a total of 46. Zitzman facing 16. As we look now at the leaders for these two teams, and of course Cedric Cardinal leads the Panthers with 20 points. Louis Fournier is now second with 19, 15 goals and 4 assists. Riley O'Connor, 18 points, including his 13 assists. Caleb Limpert, 16 with 7 and 9. And for Limpert, got an assist in yesterday's game. Richard Bazant, 4 and 10, 14 points. I mentioned yesterday, Louis Fournier with a hat trick, also had 2 assists. Cedric Cardinal, 2 goals and 2 assists. And Neil Serrato adding a goal and 2 assists last night. Mentioned Luke Bresner now has a 6-game point streak as he improves with 31 points. Kyle Sentnart not in the lineup last night, nor was Noah Locke. And Rylan Quick also, though, gets nothing yesterday, even though he was in the lineup. 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points for him. Same with Max Sikorsky. He is still 5th for the visitors and the Mizzou Tigers. We'll look at the starting goaltenders. And for the Panthers, it'll be Garrett Limpert, the junior out of Baldwin, Missouri. In 15 games, he's 5 and 10 with a 4.70 goals against average and an .827 save percentage. He does have 1 shutout. In fact, the last game that he played was a 1-0 shutout win over St. Louis on January 30th. Stopped 24 of 24 for the win. So now it'll be 3 goaltenders for the Mizzou Tigers, and all 3 will see action, with Michael Christopher making the start tonight. In 6 games, he's 2-2-1 with a 4.12 goals against average and a .676 save percentage. The last game he played, a 4-3 overtime loss to Maryville back on December 5th, stopping 30 of 34 shots. We'll look at the matchups between these two teams, and the Panthers, who are now even up at 10, 10, and 1. Of course, the record goes to them. Goals for 83, goals against 92, goal differential. That, of course, favors the Panthers. And on the power play, 15 of 61, 24.5%. So special teams looking good for the Panthers. Penalty kill, they're now 82.6% without a 5th player on the ice. Tigers, they are 16 of 45 with the 2 power play goals yesterday. To add my stats to that, get that extra goal in my list. But the special teams, including the shorthanded goal that Lowe got for the Panthers, has been a boon for all teams thus far. 35.5% for the Tigers on the power play. And then on the penalty kill, 43.8. They've allowed 32 of 57, at least according to the ACHA stats. That is the matchup for today as we get ready to close out the WSR pregame report. We are just moments away from on-ice festivities. They told us it was going to be about 15 till, and we're right about that mark right now. So Kevin Klein will give us all that information coming up shortly. I mentioned 13 seniors, and it's kind of hard to believe that this is 4 seasons ago that Drury started hockey here. It had been talked about for a long time. Now, we also cover Missouri State. I've been broadcasting Missouri State games since 2005, and for the longest time we had talked about maybe having some competition locally here, and it was talked about for many years, and finally Drury has made that happen. And it's slowly becoming a rivalry between these two teams. Talking about Missouri State and Drury. Interesting thing is trying to figure out how locker rooms work, trying to figure out how game schedules work, and I know for us it's been tough because generally it's been 4 games a weekend. Speaking of games, next weekend we'll be covering Missouri State, but there is one Division III game next weekend, 2 o'clock, a very important game. It will be the Drury Panthers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. That is for league play. And what that means is right now, as the MACA Silver Division standings are, Drury is second at 4-2 with 8 points. Arkansas is, technically second, 4-1 with 8 points. That will be a 4-point game. It'll be very important. Let's head on down to public address announcer Kevin Thorough. It's Kevin Klein tonight.
There's a lot of room on that bench because we have 13 seniors that we will recognize today. Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to Senior Day for your Drury University Panthers! Before today's game, we will recognize each of our 13 seniors who have helped make Drury Division III hockey a successful program and a pillar of the Springfield hockey community. As examples of their commitment to promoting hockey in the Ozarks, each senior will skate out onto the ice with a member of the Lil Panthers program. These seniors and their Lil Panthers counterpart were paired via personal requests, illustrating the strong bonds these incredible young men have forged not only with each other and their teammates, but also with these young hockey players who aspire to be just like them. We will introduce each senior in numeric order based on jersey number. The information we share about each player was compiled by Gabrielle Millat. Ladies and gentlemen, our first senior, number 2, defenseman, Neil Serrato. Neil is accompanied by 6-year-old Lil Panther, Jack Aerosmith. Neil is from St. Louis, Missouri. He is a major in criminal justice. Neil's favorite Drury hockey memory is starting a brand new program at Drury, making regionals during the 23-24 season, and meeting his lifelong friends throughout the 4 years. Accompanied on the ice by his parents, Cheryl and Neil, and his cousin Lorenzo, who's probably en route still, and the most important members of the Serrato family, doggies Luna and Willow. His parents say watching Neil as a kid find time to play hockey whenever there was a chance, from rollerblading in the street to skating on a pond. They also loved watching him play alongside his brother Sal. Neil would like to thank all of his coaches, trainers, and teammates, and his parents for being there throughout his hockey journey. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2, Neil Serrato! Our next senior, number 6, defenseman, Devin Gilligan! Gilly is joined on the ice by 6-year-old Lil Panther, Holden Pendergrass. Devin Gilligan's from San Jose, California, a major in criminology and political science. He is accompanied by his best friend, Zephanie White, and two of his former teammates, Tyler Kane and Sam Stack. Gilly's favorite Drury hockey memory is sweeping Oklahoma State with Dr. Poe and women's rugby coach Katie Scott behind the bench. Not only was it the first weekend sweep for the team, but also the accumulation of a lot of people working to keep this team alive. His parents' favorite memory, not necessarily a memory, but Devin's parents are most thankful for the people that he has been able to meet and the lessons he's learned along the way. Without hockey, Devin wouldn't have learned the grind through the tough times or to appreciate the good times. Devin would like to thank his parents, his 3 billet families, everyone who kept the team alive during its inaugural season, this group specifically for dragging him out of retirement. Number 6, defenseman Devin Gilligan! Our next senior, number 11, forward Tyler Sillenpah! Silly is accompanied by 7-year-old Lil Panther Cammie Meinhardt. Tyler is from Chesterfield, Missouri, a software engineer major. He is being accompanied on the ice by his parents, Tom and Tracy Sillenpah. Tyler's favorite Drury memory is beating OSU on the road with Dr. Poe. He said that was the happiest the team has been walking out of a rink in all 4 years. His parents' favorite memory, Tyler, from your first skates, first hat trick to your smile and determination every time you step on the ice, you have accomplished your goals all the way through playing college hockey. We are so proud of you. Every moment we have spent with you is a special memory. You have loved this sport, and we have loved watching you skate. Congratulations, Tyler, on a job well done. We love you. Tyler would like to thank his mom, dad, Taryn, Tanner, and his grandparents for always supporting him and encouraging him to be his best, and his coaches for helping him grow as a player and as a person. Number 11, Tyler Sillenpah! Our next senior, number 12, defenseman Jake Lyons. Jake is accompanied by 8-year-old Lil Panther Cal Hughes. Jake is from Tampa, Florida, a marketing and management major. He will be accompanied on the ice by his mother, Ann, and father, Chris Lyons. Jake's favorite Drury hockey memories are spending time with his best friends. Road trips were his favorite. Spending days with the fellas. Terrorizing hotels. Singing songs and making memories. Also, setting a capacity record our first game ever was fun. Jake's parents' favorite memory, playing in his inaugural season with Drury in 2022. We loved seeing him be a part of the new program at a prestigious school. That season brought ups and downs. Jake's team persevered and created bonds as they learned life lessons on and off the ice. Jake would like to thank Sean Voos, his youth hockey coach, Jeremy Gerhardt, his juniors coach in Connecticut, his mom and dad, the Barnes family, his Texas Billet family, the Segvey family, his Connecticut Billet family, and a shout out to Dylan Coles, Ben Johansson, and Owen McNamee. Number 12, defenseman Jake Lyons! Our next senior, number 15, forward Brody Bean. Skating out with Brody is 8-year-old Lil Panther Talon Forster. Brody's hometown, Queen Creek, Arizona. He is a criminal justice major. He is accompanied on the ice by his father, Bob Bean, mother, Cheryl Bean, and sister, McKenna Bean. Brody's favorite Drury hockey memory, scoring a hat trick against Nebraska Omaha, including the game-winning goal. Second to that, another favorite memory of his was going to regionals his sophomore year. His parents' favorite memory, we have fond memories of watching him play on his high school hockey team with his brother Brody, a freshman, and his brother as a senior. We are extremely proud of his selection as captain of his high school team. If we had to give one moment example, the one we all joke about the most, was the time that he scored his hat trick, and his dad, of course, threw his hat onto the ice, and his team was given a game penalty for delay of game. Brody would like to thank his parents for supporting his dream ever since he can remember. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. To his sisters, Hadley and McKenna, thank you for your sacrifices you made to get him here and for always being in his corner. To his brother Peyton, thank you for never taking it easy on me. Brody says he wouldn't be here without your tough love. And lastly, to his best friend who has stuck by his side for the last 8 years, he says, thank you, Becca, for never giving up on me and allowing me to chase my dreams. He loves you all. Number 15, Brody Bean. Our next senior, the captain, number 18, forward, Riley O'Connor. Skating out with Riley is 8 years old Jillian Goals, a member of the Little Panthers program. OC hails from East Grand Rapids, Michigan, a major in exercise physiology. He is accompanied on the ice by his parents, Michelle and Patrick O'Connor. Riley's favorite hockey memory are being named captain freshman year and going to regional sophomore year in Grand Rapids. It was a really cool experience playing hockey in his hometown at his home rink with all of his family able to be there and support him. It was also cool getting to have the boys over to his house after the first game of the regionals that they won. His parents' favorite memory. Well, we have so many memories, our son Riley playing hockey. These memories span from his very first steps through high school, juniors, and now college. From lying on the ice yelling, Patrick, instead of Dad, the first time we took him on ice skating to score the winning goal to win the conference title his year. Each moment has meant the world to us. These are memories we will cherish long after Riley is done playing hockey, and we couldn't be prouder of him. Riley would like to thank his parents, brother Aiden and sisters Kaylee and Aoife, and grandparents for supporting his passion for hockey, especially after his femur surgery. It would have been easy to quit, but they encouraged him to keep playing, and he went on to play junior and college hockey. He also wants to thank Coach Brett for always believing in him and actually caring about his players. He would also like to thank his girlfriend, Gabrielle, for always being here and cheering him on. Number 18, the captain, Riley O'Connor! Our next senior, number 22, forward, Gage Robb! Gage is accompanied by 8-year-old Brooklyn McMahon in the Little Panthers program. Gage hails from Rogersville, Missouri, and his major is exercise physiology. He is accompanied by his parents, Julie and Ryan Robb, and his sister, Jaden. Gage's favorite Drury hockey memory was beating Missouri State for the first time. It was an electric game, and it's always fun to beat your rivals. Gage's parents' favorite memory, when Gage got his first hat trick in Dallas, Texas. Ryan, his dad, threw his hat on the ice, and Gage's buddy Wyatt Worth interviewed him right after, and that interview posted on YouTube. Gage would like to thank God, his family, friends, teammates, and coaches, Miguel Franco and BJ Norman, for their support. Ladies and gentlemen, number 22, Gage Robb! Our next senior, a defenseman, number 24, Caleb Schmitz. Caleb is joined by 8-year-old Zion Jensen of the Little Panthers program. Caleb is from Shawnee, Kansas. He's a major in accounting, finance, and economics. After also accompanying him on his ice is Father Eric, Mom Melanie, and brother Cody. Caleb's favorite Drury hockey memory is taking Dr. Poe to Oklahoma State and getting our first sweep as a program. His parents' favorite memory, when Caleb was 3, he and his dad stopped by the ice rink just to check it out. As they stood by the ice, the Zamboni came out, and Caleb took one look up, turned around, and ran straight out of the rink. We never thought he would end up playing college hockey. A favorite game playing moment would be as a freshman, Caleb played on the high school varsity team. In a game in Ames, Iowa, he scored the tying goal with 2 minutes left and then scored the game-winning goal in overtime. Caleb would like to thank his parents for all of the sacrifices they have made, along with the current and former teammates and coaches for making every day more fun. Number 24, Caleb Schmitz. Our next senior, number 27, Zahn Werner. Accompanying Zahn is 7-year-old Little Panther Hendrick Tate. This Springfield, Missouri defenseman is a major in biology. He is accompanied on the ice by his dad, Jeff, and his aunt, Tracy. Zahn's favorite Drury hockey memories are the bus rides, the first goal against Missouri State, and rodeo with the boys. His parents' favorite memory, his dad's anyway, is when Zahn's team won the state championship in high school. Zahn would like to thank his dad, brothers, grandparents, and coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, number 27, Zahn Werner! Our next senior, number 30, goaltender Garrett Limpert! Garrett is joined by 8-year-old Little Panther Lewis Bailey. Garrett's hometown, Baldwin, Missouri. He is a finance, accounting, and economics major. He is now accompanied on the ice by his parents, Dawn and Jack, and his brother, Cal. His favorite Drury hockey memory is the last road trip from playing the games to the ride back. It was one of the most memorable because we played great hockey while also having a blast. Garrett's parents' favorite memories are when Garrett played for the Founders Cup in high school. The team were underestimated and rose to the occasion to win. Another one is when Garrett was as tall as the net, and Garrett got his helmet stuck on the net inside of it. It took a while for someone to notice. Garrett would like to thank his parents. I know goalie gear wasn't cheap. Coach Brett for giving me an opportunity to play again, and everybody who supported me along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, number 30, goaltender Garrett Limpert! Our next senior, number 37, forward, Patty Labutis. Patty is accompanied by 8-year-old Little Panther Scott Talmadge. Patty comes from Tampa, Florida, and is a marketing and management major. He is accompanied on the ice by his dad, Robert, sister Elise, and girlfriend, Faith. A few of his favorite Drury hockey memories are his very first games against SLU, getting a huge win against Missouri State freshman year, and just enjoying playing a great game with great guys. His parents' favorite memory, his mom says the first games were incredible. To see you guys play the game you love in front of a packed crowd with the band and the cheer team, well, it was really something. Patty would like to thank his mom, dad, and sister. Thank you for all of the time, effort, and resources you guys have helped me with during my time playing. Ladies and gentlemen, number 37, Patty Labutis! Our next senior, number 76, forward, Louis Fournier! Skating with Louis is 8-year-old Little Panther Ty Monaco. Louis is from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, a finance and accounting and economics major, and he is accompanied on the ice by his father, Jean. If Louis had to choose one moment, it would be his appearance at the national championship last year and making it to the quarterfinals. He had a special group, and it was the biggest stage he had ever played on. Additionally, he will forever remember the ETBU rink, who also hosts the NAHL Mudbugs. His parents' favorite memory, Louis' dad says the most memorable moment is when he made a surprise visit to Louis for his first Drury game 4 years ago. He didn't know I was coming, and it surprised him when he was coming out of class. We hugged each other, and the emotions were very high. I had an incredible weekend. His dream was to play hockey in college, and he made it. Louis would like to thank his parents for the sacrifices in time, money, and early morning practices. weekends away and support, coaches for developing my skills and passion for the game, athletic trainers, teammates for allowing me to create unforgettable memories, and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, number 76, Louis Fournier! And our final senior, number 77, forward, Cody Lorenko. Cody is accompanied by 7-year-old Case Stockwell. Codes comes to us from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and he is a computer science major. He is accompanied on the ice by his girlfriend, Anna Grosvik. Cody's favorite Drury hockey memory is beating Missouri State during the inaugural season, a defining moment for our program, and showed what the team was capable of building together. The energy on the bench and support from everyone made it unforgettable. That win set the tone for the Drury hockey program and what we could become. His parents say when Cody was 13 and playing spring hockey in Winnipeg, he made Mother's Day extra special. He told his mom, "I'll score a goal for you today, Mom," and then went on to score 5 goals. A funny memory comes from when Cody was 8 years old and tried out for the 10AA team. He didn't quite know how to tie his skates on his own yet, and his parents weren't allowed in the dressing room. Needless to say, Cody didn't make the team, and it's still somewhat laughable today. Cody would like to thank his family, his mother Cheryl, and his father Lindor for making my dream of playing hockey while pursuing an education possible. He is grateful to all his coaches and billet families for their support along the way. He also wants to thank his girlfriend Anna for standing by me and supporting me during my ACL recovery last season. Ladies and gentlemen, number 77, Cody Lorenko! And how about a nice hand for your seniors of the 25-26 team for your Drury University Panthers!
This class here, the number 1 class when Drury became a hockey team 4 years ago. That is a lot for head coach Brett Lathan to try to fill.
And thank you to our little Panthers. We'll see you in Panthers jerseys in the not too distant future.
I'm sure they'll get a quick picture and we'll get ready to go here. About 10 minutes late. That's okay. You're looking again at a group of guys that were the inaugural players to start this Drury hockey team. The ones that will be part of a trivia question many years from now. They've been through a lot. In fact, the team has been through a lot. 3 different coaches, 3 different levels. And names that will be inscribed on plaques throughout the halls. Panthers are hoping to take the sweep here. They had a 9-4 victory yesterday. You can see the Mizzou Tigers have made their way out onto the ice. The Panthers are lined up and ready. And we'll get back to Kevin Klein here in just a second.
Inside Brightspeed Ice Park for today's regular season ACHA Division III matchup between the visiting University of Missouri Tigers and your Drury University Panthers! Your official scorekeeper today is Phil Bruce. Clock operator is Danny McIntyre. Today's officials, referees Terry Farrar and David Hill. and your linesman, Matt Wells. Broadcast team is led by Steve Casson with Web Sports Radio, and our music director is the sovereign of swing, Jaden Robb. And now, for today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Tigers. At left wing, number 91, Rylan Quick. At right wing, number 27, Luke Bresner. At center, number 9, Andy Trupiano. At left defense, number 5, Landon Lewis. At right defense, number 11, Jaden Salem. In goal, number 32, Mike Christopher. The Tigers head coach is Chris Sander, assistants, Brandon Sullivan and John Tuller. And now, for the starting lineup for your Drury University Panthers! At left wing, senior from Tampa, Florida, number 37, Patty Labutis. At right wing, a senior from East Grand Rapids, Michigan, the captain, number 18, Riley O'Connor. At center, a senior from Riverview, Florida, number 12, Jake Lyons. At left defense, a senior from Fenton, Missouri, number 2, Neil Serrano. At right defense, a senior from Shawnee, Kansas, number 24, Caleb Schmitz. And in goal, a senior from Baldwin, Missouri, number 30, Garrett Limper. The Panthers are led by head coach Brett Lathan, assistant coach Mitch Munson, and the Panthers strength coach is Corey Roy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to continue standing if you are able, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
We get ready for period number 1. Drury University ranked number 91. University of Missouri Tigers ranked number 99 of the latest poll. Signs of the 13 graduating seniors adorned on the back glass on the left side, as you look on that far left side. Tigers getting ready. Michael Christopher getting the go-to nod as you take a look at the Drury seniors plaques that are up there. So we get ready for period number 1, and the Panthers do not control. It's taken by Bresner. Luke gets a drive in, save on the first shot by Limpert into the corner. It breaks free. The Tigers have possession, but then Drury finally gets it, backhanded by Jake Lyons, but it's not cleared. Lyons will be the recipient of the return. It'll go to Caleb Schmidt, who sends it out to center ice. Panthers had it, trying to bring it across the line. Taking a dive is O'Connor. Well, he actually tried to stop up and grab the puck, couldn't do it. Line change for the Tigers. kicked out, but not able to hold it on the line was the Tigers' Noah Kravitz. Sent right back into the Panthers zone, and we get an icing call. What I believe is the toughest job of the officials is on an icing call, trying to figure out who needs to come back off based on who came on during that change. Officials are satisfied, so we're ready to go. Again, in Stegel in to take the draw. Shot missing wide by Brady Kangas. Got a goal in yesterday's game. Puck is sent out to center. Here comes Luke Bresner. Has some room in front. He shoots, save, rebound, loose. And Bresner comes crashing into the net. But there is no goal. You can see the puck right there on the save by Limpert. Too bad players scoring does not count into the net, that is. Nice move to get around Sillenpaw. And then a big save by Limpert. Personnel getting straightened out. We're just about ready to go. In to take the draw, Kravitz for Missouri. And for Drury, that was Gannon Stiegel. Sent over the far side. Work behind the net. Zahn Warner, 3 assists this season for him. Puck taken away, tipped, and sent down, so no icing. Shovel over to the far side. Taken by Mizzou, and getting upended as he tried to stop. Slams into the boards, does a Tiger. We get a whistle, stoppage and play, and he's a little down. Let's see who that is. Is that Luca Selvaggi? I believe it is, but we're going to get a penalty on this. Interesting. Maybe a stick to trip the player. I did not see it. It was up against the wall. So the first penalty goes to Richard Bazant. First power play. Officials are probably, or the scores table probably wants to know what's going on. So they told him, they didn't say, they said it was a penalty, they didn't say how many minutes, and they wanted to make sure. So 2 minutes is up on the board. 5 on 4.
16, Richard Bazant. 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalty, 1:28.
Well, that would make sense, unsportsmanlike. Because I didn't think he did anything to cause the trip. Must have said something. Puck is taken and cleared by the Panthers. .127 remaining in the period. Here comes Bresner. Drive in and a save. Limpert will hold on. 1:20 remaining in the power play. 17:52 to go in the period, and this delay has kind of pushed our schedule. We look at the clock too. With a 6 p.m. start, it's going to shrink our schedule a little bit on getting ready for game 2. We'll see what happens here as the Panthers will send it down in by O'Connor. 5 goals, 13 assists, 18 points for him. Now 3 shots for the Tigers. And Bresner misses wide, goes behind the net, sent into the corner. Panthers are able to steal, but they do not clear. Comes right out in front, tipped, and they score. Leading scorer will get another one, Luke Bresner, 23rd of the season. He was relatively held off the scoreboard yesterday, or was not a factor until this tip in front here. 23rd.
Tigers goal, a power play goal, scored by number 27, Luke Bresner. Assisted on the play by number 20, Ben Hewerman, and number 11, Jaden Salem. Time of the power play goal, 2:41. Bresner from Hewerman and Salem at 2:41.
Now 6 shots officially applied. Panthers have yet to get into the attacking zone with any kind of sustainability. What a difference a day makes. Kravitz in to take the draw once again. Panthers' Louis Fournier was the draw loser for the Panthers this time. Drury still not able to get it out. Here's Serrato, now with 3 goals on the season. Panthers lose. The puck, that is, it's sent back in. Should be an icing call, and it is. Icing with 16:33 to go in the period. Draw one, Kravitz wins another one. Won this one from Caleb Limpert. Behind the net, though, the Panthers have possession. Limpert with it to the half boards, drops it down low to Cody Lourenco, centered in front. Limpert shoots, he scores! 8th goal of the season for Caleb Limpert, and all of a sudden it's a 1-1 game. That's his 8th goal to go with 8 assists. Here in the first period, Drury has tied it up. It's coming at 3:29. Make that 3:39, I believe. So it's a 1-1 game. On their first shot, they get a goal.
Panthers goal, his 8th of the season, scored by number 26, Caleb Limpert. Assisting on the play by number 77, Cody Lourenco, and number 37, Patty Labutis. Time of the goal, 3:39. Limpert from Lourenco and Labutis at 3:39.
Icing will bring it back down into the Mizzou into the ice. Again, Michael Christopher in net. So all 3 goaltenders have seen action this weekend. 6 games he's played, 2-2-1. Now Evans, touch to Bean. Bean works around Weber. Bean wraparound, it is saved. Christopher didn't know where it was. Goes behind the net. Panthers have it. They center it in front, and it's deflected away by Kemp and sent all the way down. Icing is the call. Face off to the right of the goaltender, Christopher, his left. Trupiano in along with Gannon Stiegel of the Panthers. Panthers do gain possession. Stiegel behind the net. Still works with, he's checked off the play by Trupiano. Now Stiegel fights out of that. Still has possession. Gets around the net. Looking for some help. Drops it back. Bazant, but it's Bresner to intercept, and it is shoveled down by Ryland Quick. Icing is the call. Panthers will do it back in the Tigers zone. Stiegel will take the draw again with Trupiano. And this one is won by the Tigers. Weber, though, cannot clear. Bazant with it. Dug out by Stiegel, bumped off the play. Bazant behind the net, still looking in front. Nobody there, gets it up top. It is taken away as Warner had it and cleared out to center, sent right back in on delayed offside, and the Panthers with possession. Across the line, looking for an opportunity and not being able to get that is Selvagi, as he was upended behind the net. Panthers dig it out for the corner on the far side, and they'll work it. 1-1 game, coming down to 14:30 to go in the period. Stiegel has some room. He shoots in, and a save by Christopher. He'll hold on. Out of Los Angeles, California, 6'2", 195 is what he's listed at. And of course, Los Angeles encompasses many, many cities. I don't know if it's LA proper. Here's a drive right off the draw by O'Connor. It sails high. Cardinal to pick it up left side. He gets a drive in. Christopher will hold on to that. With the hat trick yesterday, Louis Fournier is the team's leader, 15 goals. Leads in that, leads in points with 19. Off the draw, another shot by Fournier misses. Now Cardinal sends it up the middle, broken up by Sansone. Taken by Fournier, has it, backhander in, and a save, they score! It was caught up in the goaltender's equipment. He made the save, did Christopher, but he was skating backwards, and when he lifted up his arm, it was between his body and his arm, and it bounced into the net. Fournier will get the goal. It is 2-1 Drury. There's the backhander. It's caught in between his arm and dropped down in for a Drury goal. And Fournier will get his 16th of the season.
Panthers goal, his 16th of the season, scored by number 76, Louis Fournier. Assisted on the play by number 18, Riley O'Connor, and number 8, Cedric Cardinal. Time of the goal, 5:56. Fournier from O'Connor and Cardinal at 5:56.
So what seemed to be a slow start for the Panthers is turning around now, and they have a 2-1 lead. They're being outshot in shots 6-5. But they don't care about that. It's the scoreboard that matters, obviously. Lorenko's pass is broken up. Panthers have it, sent back in by Mickelson. Now here come the Panthers again. Serrato centered it up, nobody there. Kravitz will take it. Panthers are short here as it's a 3-on-2 into the zone for the Tigers, and a spin around shot from the left side by Grant Bader is deflected up and out of play. .57 to go in the period. To the corner once again. Gage Robb, he gets pushed off the play. Stolen by Kravitz. 1 goal for him this season. Kravitz's only goal against Nebraska January 17th. Panthers steal, they get back on side. Sillenpaw brings it in, he shoots wide left. Evans to chase, stays in the zone though on a good play at the line by Devin Gilligan. Now Gilligan to chase again, steals the puck, drops it down in low, work for Evans. Weber is there to run a rough shot. Panthers get it, Evans score! The shot came from the right side, Bean got it, and somehow it trickled underneath the pads of Christopher. It was laying right there for Evans to put it home. 3rd goal of the season for him. Panthers have a 3-1 lead. You can see Bean behind the net, and it got deflected off the pad of the goaltender sitting right on the right side of the net. And Evans will get it. In fact, his last goal was against Kansas November 21st. It's been a while. 3-1 Panthers, third for him. His goal will come at 7:49.
Panthers goal, his third of the season, scored by number 7, Austin Evans! Assisted on the play by number 15, Brody Bean, and number 22, Gage Robb. Time of the goal, 7:49.
A 3-1 lead for Drury now. And the Panthers hoping to go above the 500 mark, where right now they are 10-10-1. And they could go 11-10-1 if they can win this game here, but there's plenty of time. Here comes Stiegel. Fanned on the shot. Lewis was there. The Panthers dig it out, and a drive comes in from the left side by Warner. Sticked aside. Oh, we got a new goaltender in. It is Matthew Zitzman. Zitzman is in after the goal, so Christopher is in only facing 6 shots. And Zitzman is in for the second time this weekend. And Zitzman yesterday, I'll have to do my math on this, 16 shots he faced yesterday in relief of Jackson Winkles. Panthers keep it in. Fournier plays catch with it. Now Cardinal up top. Schmitz, he shoots right side. Fournier to chase. Thought better of it, kicks it up front. Drop down in low to O'Connor. They work around a hit of Kravitz. Centered out in front, Panthers steal. It's Cardinal looking out in front, can't do it. It was broken up by Sanson. Now to O'Connor, who loses it. Salem is there for the Tigers. Sends it over to the far side to Selvagi. Kept in though by Drury. Now along the line, it is deflected out on a play by Grant Haneke. Big hit as Fournier lays a hit in his own zone. Down to 9:35 to go in period 1. Puck taken away and sent all the way down, and there is no icing. Panthers get a change. Weber has it. Braden Weber, 1 goal, 2 assists across the line. Weber looking for the centering pass, taken away by the Panthers. Patrick Labutis. Puck makes its way out of the zone. That's as far as it'll go, and it'll be regathered by Devin Gilligan. Across the line, worked in now for Sillenpaw with a drive in and a save by Zitzman. He'll hold on. Second game in relief. For Zitzman. So a timeout has been taken. I believe the Tigers took that. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
How do you become the person you're really meant to be? How do you reach beyond what you thought was possible? The answer isn't about the destination. It's in the journey. It starts when you become part of something bigger. when you join a community that works together to lift each other up. A place where you form lifelong relationships and encounter life-changing experiences. It all starts when you go beyond. At Drury University, we take a personalized approach in combining hands-on learning, meaningful mentorship, and real-world results to make sure you have every opportunity to succeed in both your life and career.
We are back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Steve Casson with you, along with Scott Lutzke and Gabby Marler on camera today. Still a discussion. Chris Sander is talking to Terry Farrar, the referee, about something. And they're being very demonstrative on what they're discussing. Now, it has to do with paperwork. It has nothing to do. And I think we're going to get a penalty for an illegal lineup. That's what I believe we're having, a penalty for an illegal lineup, because who they wrote down and who's playing are two different things. And I don't know if that was brought by the scorer's table or what. Now, the scorer's table and everybody that works in there are technically officials. And I don't know if they were the ones or if it was head coach Brett Lathan who said, hey, I don't remember seeing that player on the list. So either way, it's 2 minutes. It's a bench, I believe we'll consider it a bench minor. We'll hear the call.
Bench minor penalty. 2 minutes. Serving the penalty is number 3, Noah Kravitz. Time of the penalty, 11:18. Bench minor to Missouri, 2-minute penalty. Served by Noah Kravitz, number 3. Time of the penalty, 11:18.
So an illegal lineup is probably what that bench minor is all about. So either way, a 3-1 lead and a power play for the Panthers. This is their first one. Each team now have had their first penalty, or power play that is, although there's 1:08 remaining in it. So a penalty for an illegal lineup is what I believe it is. Now with 42 seconds remaining. Panthers behind the net. Cardinal centers it up. And a blast comes in, tipped wide on the shot by Stiegel. Labutis. He'll work it. Cross over to the left side. Helped by O'Connor. Gets out of harm's way. Stiegel up the middle. Limpert couldn't grab, but it's taken away and cleared by Kraft and sent all the way down. Connects with Nicholson and a drive that misses wide. We get a stoppage in play here. 7:04 to go in the period. 7 seconds remaining in the power play. One second to go on the power play. It's expired. Panthers have it. 5-on-5. They'll bring it in. Sillenpaw. He gets pushed off the play. Sent out by the Tigers. 3-1. Tigers on the power play. Bresner is 23rd. That at 2:41. Then Caleb Limpert at 3:49. Louis Fournier at 5:56. And then at 7:49, it is Evans So the power play ends, and both teams are, well, the Panthers are 0 for 1. The power play for Bresner is 1 for 1 for the Tigers. Limpert will make the save there as he'll hold on. The Tigers 1 for 1 on the penalty kill, 1 for 1 on the power play, 100% right now. That puts them at 37% overall with the man advantage. .605 remaining in the period. Evans, one of the goal scorers, ducks around a check, brings the puck in. It's as far as he goes. It's taken away by Camden Axe and sent out to center. Oh, Drury almost mishandled the puck in their own zone. But now they'll gain possession and bring it back out. I believe that was Evans. Tiger steal. Coming in is Haneke. Has some room, broken up. Good play in the back end by Zahn Warner. 5:20 to go. And the puck up the middle. And a save is getting that shot was Selvagi. Draw one, sent over to the far side. It'll be Landon Lewis to chase for the Tigers. Backhands it to Kraft. He'll drop it in. Grabbed by Bazant. Assist in yesterday's game gives him 14 points. That goes along with his 4 goals. Not cleared out. Chip right back in, and it'll be Serrato. Serrato. A little late trying to move the puck. Get caught back in his own zone. Puck is flipped out. And here come the Panthers. 2-on-1. Right out in front. They tried to get it to Stagel from Bazant, and it was broken up defensively. Now we got a couple of players down. Kangas and Lewis. And a shot comes in from the right side by Schmitz, and Zitzman is able to steer that aside. Puck's in all the way down for an icing call here. 4:06 to go in the period. Or is it 4:05? 4:06, yes, it is. Shots 13-8, that favors the Panthers. Panthers win again. They send it over to the far side. Gilligan backs up. Now across the line, it'll go to Chase Wolkoff. He'll look for a centering pass. It's Bader with it behind the net. Wolkoff to Chase. Gets it off the side. Back behind the net. Centered out in front. Backhander missed by Kravitz. And the Panthers clear it out, send it down, and we get an icing call. 3:30 to go in the period. Coming up at our first period intermission, we'll talk to Jake Lyons. It's an oldie but goodie. .330 to go. Kept in by the Tigers. Shot in. Good save as Quick got a quick shot that Limpert had to make a save on. Panthers try to work it again. 3:10 left. Here's an outlet pass. Coming in is O'Connor. He sends it over to the left side and a drive that is Zitzman's to glove. The drive from Cardinal as he was bidding for goal number 10. And Zitzman played that one well, and he was able to make the save. .302 remains. Now Salem gets checked off the play. And a backhander by Ryland Quick is covered up by Garrett Limpert. Limpert this season in 15 games, he is 5-10 with 1 shutout and a 4.7 goals against average. Shots all of a sudden close now, 13-12. Panthers. Limpert tried to grab for it. Delayed offside, and the Tigers will have possession. Sent down, no icing. Anson Kyle into chase. Versus to the far side. Sent down in. Chased by Kravitz. Noah Kravitz, believe it or not, this is just his 5th game of the season. Seems like he's been with the team all year. Now Weber. Centering pass, Sitzman will hold on to that. Scotty Larenko gets pushed out of the way. Down to 1:59 remaining in the period. Draw one, cleared all the way down to the Panthers, and racing for it is Caleb Schmitz. Tried to bank it off the boards, got it to himself, chipped it over to the far side. Worked up for the Panthers. They have a 3-on-3 as they send it in. Drop behind the net. Grabbed by Christopher. Or take that back. No, it's Zitzman. He is in relief of Christopher. Christopher started. 6 shots he faced. Now Zitzman has been in since then. And 3 shots, 3 goals. Or 6 shots, that is, 3 goals. Is what Christopher gave up. Here come the Tigers. They lead it with Ben Hewerman across the line. Hewerman with it. Drive comes in. It is blocked. Sillenpaw behind the net. He'll dig it out. Sillenpaw still works for it. 1 minute remaining is, you may have heard Kevin Klein. Drive comes in and a save as Mickelson got the drive. Limpert will hold on to that. So Zitzman has stopped all 8 shots he's faced thus far. Limpert, 12 of 13. Another draw win, another shot, another face-off. Now with 52 and a half to go. Panthers with the draw win. Can they clear? They do, and they have a 3-on-1 developing. Stagel will drop it back. Kangas in front to Bazant, and he missed. Tried to hit it on the backhand. Puck is kept in at the half boards. Good play by Kangas. Drops it down into his body to Bazant. Trying to jump over a check. That was from Jaden Salem. Now Salem deflects it away. Taken away by the Panthers. Centering pass. Kangas looking for something. Gets it out in front, and Zitzman comes in to hold on. Kangas was right there looking for his second straight goal. He had one yesterday. 20 and a couple of tenths left in this period. Draw one with 14 now, and the Tigers with an outlet break. It'll go to Chase Wolkoff. Had it off of his stick. Panthers will go deep in their own zone. 6 to go. Gilligan is there. Going to tie it up in the corner and let time run out. A 3-1 lead for the Drury Panthers. We'll take a look at the shots on goal. Let's get the recap from Kevin Klein.
At the 128 mark, Drury penalty to number 16, Richard Bazant, 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. At the 241 mark, Missouri power play goal scored by number 27, Luke Bresner, assisted by number 20, Ben Hewerman, and number 11, Jaden Salem, power play goal. At 3:39, Drury goal. His 8th of the season, scored by number 26, Caleb Limpert, assisted by number 77, Cody Lorenko, and number 37, Patty Labutis. Drury goal at 5:56. His 16th of the season, scored by number 76, Louis Fournier, assisted by number 18, Riley O'Connor, and number 8, Cedric Cardinal. Drury goal at 7:49. His 3rd of the season, scored by number 7, Austin Evans, assisted by number 15, Brody Bean, and number 22, Gage Robb. And then at the 11:05 mark, Mizzou penalty, a 2-minute bench minor for a non-rostered player. Fans, if you see a fan in the stands today wearing a...
Well, thank you so much, Kevin Klein, as we finish out the stats for this period. Again, power plays 1 for 1 for the Tigers, 0 for 1 for the Panthers, and just 1 penalty each for 2 minutes. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll hear from Jake Lyons. It's an oldie but goodie, as they say. We'll do that in just a moment. But after one, the Panthers lead by 2 at a count of 3-1.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Steve Casson now with Jacob Lyons, or do you like to be called Jake?
Jake Lyons, yeah.
Okay, Jake. Is that your real name?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, government name right there.
So I made up Jacob. Okay, Jake Lyons of the Drury Panthers. And okay, first of all, there's hockey in Florida?
Yes, sir. More than you'd believe, actually. Tampa's a big spot for hockey.
Yeah, it is, obviously, with the Lightning and everything. Have you been to a Lightning game?
Oh, tons. Yeah, my parents lived downtown for a bit, so every time that I'd go back, we'd catch a game or two if we could.
Very nice. That's fun. I went to one game. Guess who I saw?
Well, the Blues?
No.
Who?
The Lightning and the Hurricane.
Oh, look at that. You got the real storm there.
I did. That was kind of fun. It was a good game. That Tesla coil, they still have that?
Uh-huh, they do.
Oh,
they do. I think they have 2 of them now.
Well, that's crazy, too.
Yeah, one on each side.
I mean, when that thing goes off, it's just amazing in there, and just the feeling of that. But it doesn't, I don't think, match when the cannon goes off in Columbus. Have you?
I haven't been to a Columbus game when the cannon goes off. Well, actually, I haven't been to a Columbus game, period, but I heard they got a good atmosphere there, too.
That is some fun stuff. My goal is to go to almost every arena.
Really?
Yeah, but I've been to quite a few, but I did manage to go to Columbus a few years ago.
I can't think of what arena would be my favorite to go to. Maybe TD Garden would be a favorite because I'm a Boston fan. But other than that, the old Joe Louis Arena would have been fun when that was open.
That would absolutely have been fun. Now, I will tell you, so I went to game, I believe it was 7? Was it game? No, or game 5. It was one of the two. It was 5 or 7 in Boston, and when the Blues played. And I wore my Blues gear. And I walked into their little souvenir area.
Was this in 2017 when they were winning?
Yeah, it was.
No.
It was 19 when they won the Cup.
Oh.
The finals.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was 17. Yeah, 19 when they won, yeah.
And so I walk in there, and a guy looks at me, and it must have been either a game that the Blues were winning. It's so short ago that I can't remember, but it's either a game that they're winning or something to the effect. But the guy looks at me and he says, okay, I'll hand it to you. You come prepared, but, am I going to have to protect you here from wearing – I got a picture of me with all the Boston gear in my Blues stuff, so it's kind of fun. But anyway, let's get back to you hockey-wise. Has hockey always been your favorite sport?
Yeah, it really always has. It was a main sport for my dad growing up. He was from Canada, from New Brunswick, so it was always on my mind. Always the thing I wanted to do as well. So I've never really had anything else on my mind, I'd say, sport-wise.
But then you grew up in Florida?
A little bit. My dad was in the military, so we moved around, so finding ice was hard, but we did transition to Florida, and I would say that's where I played my most hockey. Yeah, I was in Florida.
I was going to say, so now here you're playing for college, and do you feel, because a lot of kids, they're 2 years old when they get on the ice, right? At what age did you get on the ice?
Shoot, 11 or 12 maybe. I was a late bloomer, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely older. I was probably like 5th grade, somewhere around there.
Well, you're definitely not one of those guys that they'd get down to the last player and say, "Oh, I guess we got to pick him."
Right. I'd hope so.
Well, you're on the team, so that's a good thing. But
right.
That's half of it. It was just making the team. So.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
What do you think of the Drury Panthers right now?
Good group of guys. A great group of guys. Been with these guys for a long time. A good lot of them. Bunch of skill we got. Big bruisers. Just trying to put it all together, and I think we've got a good season going, a system going. We still haven't. We've played some of our best hockey, but I don't think we've hit our high note. I think we still got a lot to learn, and hopefully we can run it back against McKendree this weekend and really give it to them, show them who we really are. I don't think we did last time.
This is a team that, and maybe you could argue schedule-wise, there have been some gaps in the schedule, and do you feel maybe sometimes it's tough to get going or get established?
I think it's a little difficult, yeah, when you have off weekends and such, especially when you play at this level when there's a lot of really, really good teams, a lot of lower end teams, but everyone can win any night, and that's the great part about the league. But getting in a real rhythm there is the hard part, and that's what the good teams do. They just find that rhythm, they stay in that rhythm, and they never leave the rhythm, and they make people play against them. So
this is a situation where this weekend you get to play in conjunction with Division I. It's an absolute rivalry weekend with Division I playing Missouri State. How much is that going to affect Division III, or will it?
I think it will. I think we take a lot of pride in that anyway. We got the DU on our chest, and no matter if D1's playing MSU, if we're playing MSU, that's a big game. That's a lot of emotion, and I know all the boys are going to be there watching before. So yeah, I think it would be great if we could bring that emotion into the McKendree game. I hope some of the fans stay as well and give us a good shout. Yeah, I think that could work in our favor.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Sitting on a boat fishing for a lot of the day.
So in other words, win the lotto, right?
Yeah, if I could do that. No, I'd love to have my own electrician business, do something like that. Just some sort of businessman.
Now, are you going to school for business or?
Yeah, I'm in management and marketing right now.
Okay.
I was looking to join the electrical union there for a bit. I think I might still do that. and then try to go get a electrical business sometime. Or I was thinking I've worked in a mergers and acquisitions as well. Maybe I'll go be a business broker. So those are my 2 avenues right now, I'm thinking.
I'll tell you a quick story. I was in the electricians union for 1 day.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an electrician for the longest time. My uncle was an electrician. I begged him to get me into the union. He got me into the union. And so it was my first day. Well, now, there was good things and bad things. The bad thing was that I had a great job at the time, working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekends off. Great job.
Right.
Obviously, it wasn't a career job, but it was a good job. Well, my first day in the electricians union was on a Wednesday. So what do? Tuesday, I quit my regular job, don't give him any notice because, I'm young, I'm stupid. I think, well, I got to go to my job on Wednesday. So I go to my job on Wednesday. The first day I show up, I hadn't done paperwork or anything yet, but I show up for the first day. I'm expecting to pull wire. I'm expecting to put in circuits. Oh, no, I'm sweeping up the place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my mind, what am I doing that for? I'm supposed to learn here. So then, plus you had to get up at 6 a.m. and you're off at 2, and so then I had to go to the union. So I go to the union hall, and I give them my paperwork, and as I'm about ready to give them my paperwork, I see a bunch of maybe 30 people listed on a paper right next to the window. And I said, "What is that?" And I said, "Is that like birthdays?" She says, "No, that's the list of the people that died this month."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not doing this." And so, of course,
hazard pay must be good, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, maybe she was joking. I don't know. But all I know is I saw that list, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I am not doing this. So not only did I quit my good job, but I was 1 day in the union. I quit that. So here I am, this dumb 17, 18-year-old kid that now I don't have a job.
Well, how'd that work out for you?
I ended up finding another job somewhere and working on that. Then I decided to go back to school too. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I had a job for a year before I went back to school. But still,
Shoot, I hope it works better for me.
I hope it does too, because my uncle was upset. To say that he was mad was
yeah,
that was good stuff. But yeah, so yeah, in other words, don't be like me.
I'll try not to.
Stick it through.
I'll really do it. Put my nose to the grindstone and head it out there.
Well, plus you have options too, because you want to get into business, any type of business, or just whatever falls in your lap.
Not necessarily. Something easy. Not necessarily like maybe land real estate, not like homes and stuff.
Okay.
I don't necessarily want to deal with toilets and tenants.
Corporate stuff, maybe?
Yeah, a lot of corporate stuff. Corporate real estate would be great. The law firm I worked at over the summer did corporate real estate, and that was really interesting to me.
That sounds like a good idea. Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have an older sister, yeah.
Does she watch your games or go to your games? Or
she's been to a lot of them when I was younger, and we lived closer to each other. I think she's seen one of my college games. Yeah, she watches, though, online, definitely when she can.
That's good. Who is your favorite NHL player?
Probably David Pastrnak, I got to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that is good. So then, who is your favorite NHL team?
Boston Bruins.
I was gonna say, yeah, you got a little softy for Boston, eh?
I do. My dad is from New Brunswick, it's pretty close to Boston. He's always been a Boston fan. And then Don Sweeney is from St. Stephen, New Brunswick, where he's from. So the Bruins have always just been a staple in that community and in my family. So yeah.
You talked about TD Garden, and it is a cool place. Again, I've been there, but they have I don't remember the name of the street, but it's literally the face of Boston Garden. You walk down the street, and about, a block and a half away, there's this amazing Irish pub right there you need to go to.
Isn't it called like the famous one?
Yeah.
The famous pub or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good place. I've known some buddies that have gone there.
Yeah, that is good stuff. And if you're smart, you take the train in. It goes in right underneath it.
Yep.
It's fun stuff. It's a good place.
I should make it out there hopefully if I can.
Absolutely. Okay, one last question here. If you had a chance to go to a playoff game with the team, but they're like, hey, all expenses paid, we're going to get you to the first round of the playoffs, it's Boston and whoever your second favorite team is, sweet, all that stuff.
Sweet.
Are you going to your hockey playoff game with your team, or are you going to Boston?
As much as I'd like to say it's a tough one, it's not. I got to go with the boys on this one. Shoot, some of us have not played in that many playoff games. I think Drury and a lot of our time have only seen 2 playoff games. So if I could take this group to a playoff game, that would just mean the world to me. Especially with all the seniors leaving. Just to win something or have the chance to win something would mean the world. And the Bruins will always be there, but these guys won't. So I'd like to take it there with them.
That's a good answer. I think they all have answered that. Jake Lyons, thanks so much for doing this. I know you have 2 goals and an assist on the season coming into this interview, but at the end of interviews, I wish players more goals, so I wish you more, and
hopefully
we'll talk about that next time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for doing this. Jake Lyons of the Drury Panthers. We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Fresh 20 minutes on the clock as we get ready to start period number 2. Bresner on the power play, and Missouri has a 1-0 lead. Then it is Caleb Limpert, his 8th, Louis Fournier, his 16th, and then Austin Evans, his 3rd. And that's where we are right now, a 3-1 lead for Drury as we get ready for period number 2. And again, we're keeping an eye on the clock. We're less than 3 hours away.
Number 32, Michael Christopher.
So Christopher apparently is back in goal. This is going to be an interesting figure here because Zitzman came in. Christopher left at 6 shots. So that will be 9. And now Christopher is back in here for this second period. So we are 15-14 on shots. And as you just heard, he's back in. Drive comes in. Good save by Christopher. Rebound out in front, and it just misses up over the net. Looking for that was Bazant. Into the near side boards. Serrato. We get a whistle, stoppage and play. Net dislodged. And we will do it all again. Face off to the right of the goaltender Christopher, who's back in net. Not entirely sure what had happened. Panthers with possession. Long change this time. There will be skating right to left. They bring it across the line, does O'Connor. Broken up from him, chipped down in. And 19 minutes coming up now, remaining in this period. So that's the problem. When you're a clock watcher, you take a look and you wonder if you're going to have enough time to do what you need to do. Well, we'll see what happens. We were arguing over who was going to be right if the game last night went into past midnight, which it did. by about 10 minutes. Here's a drop back pass right into the glove of Limpert on the shot by Kravitz. Listed at 5'4", 150 out of Peoria, Illinois. Kravitz and Lorenko on the draw. Panthers with possession. Gilligan to flip it off the boards over to the far side. Sillenpaw didn't see it. It slowed down. He's going to have to chase. He's getting checked off the play. Kravitz not afraid to tussle. Getting held up. That was Selvagi. And Limpert is able to tip it ahead. Gets it to Labutis. Left side has some room. Pulling his man to him. And now going to go to Limpert. Up top, Gilligan. Works around a stick check. Kicked up the middle. Panthers do keep it in, but then Sillenpaw will have to reset as he goes outside the zone to shoot it back in. But getting back to my original thought was with another 6 p.m. game coming up, which means we'll be on the air at 5:30 on our Division I stream. Will there be enough time? All the other prep that we have to do between that. A little over 2 hours away. Puck sent all the way down for Limpert. Stiegel not able to grab. Panthers will have a free play as the Tigers were offside. Now Warner with it. Warner tries to get around Zach Sansone. Behind the net, chipped away. Kangas is there. Off the boards, Anson Kyle on the ice now. We're down to now 17 minutes remaining in the period. Warner fanned on the puck. And Selvagi thought, man, I've got a great opportunity. He had another one here on a potential tip play. So the Panthers are that close from making this a one-goal game. Tigers still with all sorts of pressure. Heuerman, he gets checked by Stegel. Nicholson gets upended by Bazant. Now it is a 3-on-3 into the zone for the Panthers. Stegel will drive it all the way around. Looks for Richard Bazant to catch up with it. Had it at the half boards. Sent back behind the net all the way down. This will be an icing call. Making sure it was Neil Serrato. .14 to go in the period. Shots are now 17-15, and that favors the Drury Panthers. Puck sent down to the Panthers' end of the ice. Serrato slow to get to the puck. Panthers are there. Mickelson. Or Nicholson, that is. Combine the two, that's what you get. And Tigers with some room right out in front, they score! Nicholson, he was waiting for it, and it is now a 3-2 game. Here in the second period, the Panthers surrender a goal. And Mick Nicholson will get his 8th of the season. Kevin
Mizzou
Klein.
Goal scored by number 13, Mick Nicholson. Assisted by number 3, Noah Kravitz, and number 6, Kyle Kraft. Time of the goal, 4:10. Nicholson from Kravitz and Kraft at 4:10.
A 3-2 game now. Slowly into the Tigers zone. And they come away with it. Lewis. Pass gets deflected up and into the bench. .26 remaining in period number 2. Gilligan sends it out, goes across the line, taken away by Mizzou, but helped out by Sillenpaw defensively. It'll be chased all the way down. Back into the Panthers, or make that the Tigers into the ice with 15:05 to go in the period. Now Mizzou across the line, offside. Kravitz came in just ahead of Grant Bader. 14:57 to go in the period. And it is getting even colder in here. Gabby agrees, but come on, Gabby, you're not as close to the ice as I am.
No, but it's still pretty cold, Steve. It's my hands that get numb, honestly.
I agree with you. It's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, bring some hot coffee.
I might have to. Maybe I'll make some for both of us.
That sounds good. 14:44 to go in the period. A battle for it in front as Axe tries to clear it. Taken away by the Tigers. Drive comes in by Ryan Quick. Save by Limpert. Rebound out in front. Work by Trupiano. And he'll carry it down. Has some room. Fans on the puck. Gets it again. Trupiano shot. It is cleared to the near side. Off the glass to Labutis. And he'll one-hand it out. Tigers return the favor. I thought maybe they were offside, but play continues. Now down the middle, a shot missing wide by Bresner. Continues to be their leading scorer. Now with a goal today, his 23rd of the season. 13:54 remains. Puck slowly makes its way to Michael Christopher. Now Christopher started. He left after facing 6 shots. Zitzman came in facing 9, and Christopher is back now in once again. Draw 1, Panthers will have it. In front of the Tigers bench now. It'll be sent down in by Caleb Schmitz. Here come the Panthers. Or the Tigers, that is, into the Panthers zone. Goaltender Limpert stops it there. Stiegel will have it, and he'll bring it across now the left side to Bazant. Deeper into the Tigers zone for Weber, St. Peters, Missouri. Braden Weber, no goals, or actually no points in 6 games for him. Icing is the call here. .13:02 to go in the period. Panthers fight for possession. Bean is there. And cleared out back to the Panthers end of the ice. No icing. One said yes. The goaltender said yes. The officials say no. Bouncing puck to Schmitz. He'll bring it across the line. Drive comes in, sails up high and wide. 12:29 to go in the period. Bean lost it. Puck is cleared out and back into the Panthers' end. This is not the final home game. An updated game is scheduled for next Saturday, 2 p.m., one game against Arkansas. It'll be a 4-point game. And for the most part, the winner of that game will probably end up in second place. Now, technically, they might be in first because Missouri State has 10 points, but they do have 3 games remaining. Here's a drive as we got the goaltender is being interfered with, a player in the crease. He still can't get to the puck. They literally pulled Hewerman out of the net by his skates to get him away from the goaltender as all of that was going on. Gilligan will send it back in. .11:05 to go in the period. That was an interesting scenario as Limpert could not really play the puck. And Hewerman was really not wanting to leave the crease. So finally, one of the Drury players just pulled him out. Down to 10:40 remaining in this period. A 3-2 game now. Bresner on the power play. And Nicholson in the second, sandwiched around 3 Panther goals. Limpert, Fournier, and Evans. Well, they get a small drive off. Sillenpaw intercepts. He can't clear. Behind the net. Panthers didn't know where it went. Off the boards and out to center. It was off the stick of Weber, and that helps Drury. As it's delayed offside, they have possession. They get it across the line. Fournier has some room. He shoots in, and he missed wide right. Here come the Tigers. They have a 3-on-2 into the zone. A drive that's blocked on the shot by Bresner, blocked by O'Connor, and sent behind for Limpert. He'll let it go. Gets it over to Warner now. Warner with a lead pass. Tipped down in, so there'll be no icing. Labutus is driven down, and he'll chase. Patrick with it. Labutus looking for some help. Instead takes it himself. Backhander in, saved by Christopher. Under halfway now gone in this game. Shot missing wide by Limpert. He follows up his shot, goes behind the net. Limpert is there. Limpert pushing through. Now right out in front, a bouncing puck getting hit from behind is Labutus as he tried to get some kind of possession, and the officials do not call anything in that scrum there. .9:12 to go in the period. Face-off one. Panthers do not gain possession. They won the draw. They really didn't get possession, but now they do as they bring it back out and set it up. Kyle off the stick of Labutus, and Kyle says, well, let me try it again. Limpert had it, lost it, tipped away, and sloppy play, but the Panthers will have possession. Warner drives it down. Stopped by Jaden Salem. No icing here. Now Warner puts a hit on Kravitz. Zahn Warner listed at 5'8". Oh, puck stolen. It comes right out in front. An opportunity that is denied for Grant Huneke. To the right point. Drop down in low. Selvagi not able to tip. Kyle with the backhander. Lorenko sees it. It comes up. Oh, what a play. The puck was sent in, and Labutus, with his stick in the air, was able to stop the puck from going in, and it gets cleared. Limpert to chase. The other Limpert, Garrett Limpert, makes a save, and it's Serrato now with possession. Driven all the way down by Bazant. 7:37 to go. Panthers about to change, but they didn't do it. Kangas is there to deflect it away. It's a 3-2 contest. Anybody's game right now. The Panthers a little sloppy. Here's a drive by Kangas, missing wide. Ground by Fournier. Up top, tipped in front, they score! Caleb Schmitz is saying, no, it's my goal. Or is it the other way around? They're saying, hey, Caleb, it's your goal. Brady Kangas says, no, it's yours. And Kangas will say, all right, I'll take it. Second straight goal. Here's the shot, and yeah, it looks like Kangas may have tipped it. So Brady will get goal number 3, I believe.
Panthers goal, his third of the season, scored by number 59, Brady Kangas. Assisted on the play by number 24, Caleb Schmitz, and number 86, Gannon Stagel. Time of the goal, 12:50. Kangas, his third of the season, from Schmitz and Stagel at 12:50.
So they do the Panthers what they need, a 2-goal advantage now. And they're working it again across the line. It comes out in front, broken up defensively by Weber. So the Panthers, as we get a stoppage in play here, get really what they had needed. .6:23 to go. Draw one, puck is sent all the way down to the Panther zone for another icing call here. 6:15 to go in the period. Icing will bring it back into the Tigers' end of the ice. Shots now 25-19. That favors the Drury Panthers. Christopher now total has faced 12 shots in this game. Take that back, he's faced 16. He has given up 4 goals. Puck sent by Gilligan all the way down. It goes underneath the swiping play of James Kemp. 5:55 remains. Across the line, tip. Oh, Sillenpaw accidentally tipped it in front to his own goaltender as he was trying to deflect it away from Quick. And Limpert has to make the save. That's one you don't hope happens. We've seen it before where players have scored own goals before. But in this case, no harm, no foul. Rob in to take the draw with Quick. Quick wins it. Drive comes in. It's blocked. Not able to grab it as Trupiano. Here's a shot that is deflected away. Good save by the goaltender Limpert. It's cleared out to center. All the way down for Jake Lyons. He'll chase. A centering pass right out in front. Oh, what a save. You could see that one get set up as the shot to Evans was covered up by Christopher. One of his better saves in today's game. 5:22 remains. Bresner on the power play, 2:41 of the first, 3:39. Limpert for the Panthers ties it up. 5:56, Fournier in the first, 7:49. Evans, his third in the first. It's now a 3-1 lead. Mizzou Nicholson makes it a 3-2 game at 4:10 of the second, and then now at 12:50, Kangas will get his third of the season. It is now 4-2 in favor of the Panthers. Late line change. 5:08 to go in the period. Panthers, Fournier tried to snap a pass, and it was taken away and cleared back in by Haneke. Savagi gave it to Kravitz up the middle. Savagi not able to hold on to it. Kravitz is there. Panthers trying to move the puck. They can't do it. Warner is not able to clear. Chipped away. And it is finally cleared up and down into the Tiger zone as they shoot it right back into Drury with possession. Past Cardinal. A shot by Kyle. It is sent right back in. Left side. Tigers have it. A drive right up here. If there was no netting, we would be a recipient of that puck. 4:21 to go. Of course, our center ice camera is where we used to broadcast from, and now they've put us up into the balcony area. Here's a lead pass. Fournier has some room. He shoots. He missed wide. Puck kept in. Panthers trying to work the puck. It is cleared out by Serrato. 4:01 remains in the period. Schmitz with a backhander in. Deflects away. Here comes the opportunity for Cardinal with a drive in. He scores! He, the operative word being Caleb Limpert on the pass. It's 5-2. Nice pass over for Limpert to get his 8th of the season, make that 9th, his 2nd of the game.
Panthers goal, his 9th of the season and 2nd of the game, scored by number 26, Caleb Limpert. Assisted on the play by number 8, Cedric Cardinal. Time of the goal, 16:13. Limpert, 9th of the season, 2nd of the game from Cardinal at 16:13.
So 3:19 to go in this period. It's now a 5-2 lead for Drury, who started off slow in this contest. In fact, they gave up the first goal. We get an icing call here. But they find themselves in good position here. Face off in the Panthers zone. Lorenko on the draw, but shot comes in after it is won and sent over to Lewis. .304 remains in a 5-2 Drury lead. Panthers change all 5 out. Gannon Stagel in to take the draw from Kravitz. And Noah tried to push it forward, taken away by Gilligan, sent over to the far side, kept in right, the left wing by Sansone, but stolen. Panthers will have it now, right wing as they come across. Stagel will drive it down in low. He'll look to get hit into the corner. No penalty. Play continues. Tigers with it. They'll bust it out and bring it all the way down. Do we get another icing call? We do. 2:40 to go. Stigl and Kravitz. Little word there. Gannon Stigl listed at 6'3", going up against Kravitz, listed at 5'4". .234 remains in the period. We're going to get a penalty. Kangas gets upended, and we possibly may get more than this. One is coming up to the Tigers. It's a trip. And is it Trupiano, number 9, I believe? Nope, it is Landon Lewis. That's a 5, not a 9. Second power play for the Panthers, just the second penalty for the Tigers. A tripping call.
Penalty to number 5, Landon Lewis. 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 17:35. Lewis, 2-minute minor for tripping at 17:35.
1:44 remains in the power play as the puck is cleared back down to the Panthers zone. They'll try to set things up. A little slow getting things going. Here comes O'Connor, breaks free right side. O'Connor now down the middle. O'Connor has some room. He gets in front. He gets upended, and he's asking for a penalty. He has a good argument there. A great argument. Officials say no. Yeah, you're on a power play, but that doesn't negate that situation in my estimation, but I'm not the official. Play continues. Puck chipped down in. That's almost an interference call and a makeup as a shot by Bresner saved by Limpert. Now Bresner again, he gets a shot off, misses wide right, and it's out to center ice. Power play for 45 more seconds. Panthers will have it. Stigl, wait, get everybody set up, get a line change going. Now with a minute remaining in the period. Power play has 30 seconds, so no potential carryover unless there's an additional penalty that gets called here in the next 49 seconds. Serrato across the line. Has some room. Nice room for Neal. Gets a shot off, and he missed it. 10 seconds remaining in the power play. Puck right out in front. And we get a whistle, stoppage of play as it's covered up by the goaltender, Christopher. 4 seconds remaining in the power play. Face off to the right of the goaltender, who has now come back in relief as Christopher started. Power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5. Now 23 seconds. The clock rolling here in period number 2. Coming up at the intermission, Isaac Cartwright will be our guest. Another oldie but goodie. Back from December, we talked to him. Here's a shot in by Fournier with 9.5 remaining. Fournier won the draw. That should do it. There's 4 seconds remaining. And that will end things here in this period.
Recapping our second period activity. At the 4:10 mark, Mizzou goal scored by number 13, Mick Nicholson, assisted by number 3, Noah Kravitz, and number 6, Kyle Kraft. Drury goal at the 12:50 mark. His third of the season, scored by number 59, Brady Kangas, assisted by number 24, Caleb Schmitz, and number 86, Gannon Stegel. Drury goal at the 16:13 mark. His 9th of the season and 2nd of the game to number 26, Caleb Limpert, assisted by number 8, Cedric Cardinal. And Mizzou penalty at the 17:35 mark to number 5, Landon Lewis, 2-minute minor for tripping. Fans, don't forget, today is senior.
So that is the wrap-up from Kevin Klein. Thank you so much, Kevin. And right now, you look at the shots on goal. 8 on Garrett Limpert, 2-period total of 22, 16 on the combination of Zitzman and Christopher, 2-period total of 31. Power plays, Tigers are 1 for 1. The Panthers 0 for 2. Just 1 penalty to the Panthers for 2 minutes, 2 penalties to the Tigers for 4 minutes. And that's where we stand right now. 5-2 is the lead for the Drury Panthers. We'll take a break, and when we come back, hear from Isaac Cartwright in just a moment. After 40, 5-2, Drury.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now with local product and Isaac Cartwright of the Drury Panthers. So, Isaac, when you were thinking about going to school, did you have any thought in your mind that, okay, I'll just stay here and I'll play for Drury, or had you looked other places?
I looked a little bit into other places. Of course, most state as is local, and then OTC as well, but the only reason why I came to Drury is I got offered free hockey, and I've never seen that before at any other place. So I was like, I can stay home, play at my same rink I've been playing at, and play college hockey for free.
That's obviously a good thing. Now, when you figured that all out, did you kind of also feel like, yeah, but I'm missing out going somewhere or getting away? Or are you okay with kind of staying around town?
I've never really thought that. I mean, I feel like I've been living the best college experiences that I can, even at Drury, even though it's a small school. But sometimes I think, I'm like, what if I went to one of these big schools like Arkansas or Mizzou or something like that? But I'm very happy with where I'm at.
That's always a good thing. Now, do you live on campus? Do you stay at home?
I do. I live in my fraternity house.
Okay. So that's branching out a little bit. I know some people, when they stay local, they're like, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll stay at home. But you are getting the college life experience. So
yep.
You like it being there?
Yeah, I do.
Now, are you with any of the other hockey players, or is this a separate deal?
Ben Parker and Caleb Kerner are also my same fraternity.
Okay. Now, I've got to ask, because I know what it was like years ago when I went. Do they have any crazy rituals and things that you got to do?
No, we don't do anything crazy. No hazing, no none of that.
So that's all done.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing they made you do?
I can't say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll leave that one alone.
Yeah.
But what's the craziest thing you've done on the ice before?
Oh, I mean, I'm known to get a bit rowdy out there. I've been in some fights, been ejected a couple times, but I wouldn't say anything like too insane. I'm not really a good skill player, so.
Okay, so then that's my next question. Have you? All right, it's a two-parter. Who's the best chirper on the team? And then, have you said a couple of doozies before?
Definitely the best chirper is Biz, and I mean I've chirped a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. I mean.
So for those of us who don't know, Biz is
Richard Bizant.
Okay. Just wondering, because I've heard people have been called so many different names.
Yeah.
But, okay, so what are some of the fun ones that you've done, at least that you can tell us?
Oh, I don't know. A lot of F words, like FU.
Sure.
You're fat. That one's kind of a fun one to do, but I don't really have anything too crazy.
Okay, well, we'll get off of that. But when you grew up here, there was hockey here, but not as prevalent, I guess, as it is right now. What was it like to grow up in an area where, okay, there's hockey, but nobody really cares about it?
It was different. I started really late, actually. I started in middle school, so I had a late jump. But I tried my best to push it all to my friends at high school, like, hey, come watch our games. I've gotten some of them out, but the program has definitely grown a lot. So at the beginning, it was weird. I was like, okay, this is kind of niche. Not many people are doing this. And then it started to grow. I'm like, oh, this is getting more fun. A lot more people are playing and stuff, and I'm really glad to see how it is now.
I was going to say, do you find now that obviously people, they understand, they know what's going on, they know that not only, well, there's really 4 college teams here, with Missouri State Division I and III, and then Drury Division I and III. So you find now that it's a little bit easier to kind of convince people that, yes, I really do play a sport that exists?
Yeah, it is. Actually, hockey is one of our most popular sports at school, so that's been a way different thing to experience. Is like, everybody knows about it. Everybody goes to the game, so I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. At high school, only a couple people knew. So,
now, did you grow up? Of course, Springfield has programs here. They have the Spirit, and did you grow up going through those programs?
I did. I started off in Spirit, just Spirit developmental, and I would play Junior Bears on the side. But that's the only 2 we had. So.
And then, of course, now the rest is history as far as being able to be one of probably a handful of players that have gone through the entire system all the way up through college now.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool feeling. I mean, a lot of my teammates, I think only a couple are playing college right now. And then I talked to my old friends from there, and they're like, yeah, I quit. I'm like, that's so weird.
What has been, or has hockey always been your favorite sport?
Yeah, it has been. I started off playing other sports like soccer, basketball, and all that, and baseball. But I started playing hockey, and I was like, this has been way better. So, I mean, at first baseball was my favorite, and then I started watching hockey with my dad. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, you want to try it? I'm like, yeah. So I started trying. I'm like, this is awesome. Quit everything else and just mainly focus on hockey.
Now, I have to ask, because I'm a goalie, so goalie sticks, when and I still have them, are wood. They're not the composite as they are now. It's to my understanding that sticks can be, at least forward sticks and defensive sticks, can be a little expensive.
Yeah, my mom does not like that. They are, but thankfully, a big thing about Drury that I really liked is they provided us a couple sticks. So
that's nice. Now, you still have yours?
I do.
That would be tough. I know one player. He just bought a brand new stick. He was taping it up. He's like, oh, I can't wait to get out there and use the stick. First shift, broken. Now, I'm sure they have warranties on a couple of them, but still, it's got to be tough.
Yeah, it's super tough. I mean, the worst part is right after the warranty, you break it, so you can't send it back.
That is not fun. Well, you figure they got to help you out some way, somehow. But
I'm 100% believer that they do. I don't know what it is, but I can use a cheaper stick, and I'm like, all right. And then I get a good stick. I'm like, oh, I feel way better, especially with shooting.
Exactly. That's the biggest key, and the flex and everything that they have now, and the way that they've designed them. Yeah. It's got to be a good thing there. Let's talk about some of the players now. Obviously, you being there, are there players that are kind of maybe a mentor to you that kind of took you under their wing and?
Yeah, kind of. Gannon Stagel, he's definitely very helpful out there. He kind of feels like another coach in a way, but really everybody out there is very helpful, very supportive. But yeah, Stagel definitely the most. Patty helps out a lot too.
Now, being from this area, I could ask, I could assume, but who is your favorite NHL hockey team?
Oh, the Blues.
That's what I kind of figured. Now, were you here when, or around, or participated when the Cup came here in 19?
I was. It was a really cool experience. I got out of school to go see it.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Waited in line for like 2 hours, I believe.
Now, here at the rink?
It was at Bass Pro.
Oh, at the Bass Pro.
And then I also got a seat at the rink, too.
Well, that was interesting. Obviously, I was able to see here at the rink. I was able to see it at the hockey bar they called Finnegan's Wake. No, it wasn't Finnegan's. What was it called?
Billiards?
Falstaffs.
Oh.
It was an F. Yeah, Falstaffs is what they called it. And so I saw it there. And, of course, because I was in the know, I got to see it in some private settings, which was kind of nice, too. But, yeah, that's always got to be a fun time when you can see the cup. Now, do your friends understand what it means to be in the presence of the Stanley Cup?
Oh, they have no clue. Yeah, they probably think, oh, it's just another trophy, but I feel like it would be the same way with another sport, too. If I was near any other big trophy, I'd be like,
Sure.
oh, that's cool, but Stanley Cup is just something different.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a music producer. I want to be in the music industry.
Any kind of genre?
I mean, whatever. Right now I'm real into EDM, house, techno, bass, music a lot, but that's just being in college. It's just around you all the time, so. But
any of the traditional stuff like classic rock, country?
Yeah, I make some heavy metal every so often.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Do you have any favorite bands?
Ooh. Definitely Slipknot has to be top tier band. And then Korn, I got to go see them live here. I'm trying to think of another. Well, they're kind of popular now, Bad Omens. But whenever I started listening to them, they weren't that popular. But
now, when I say Korn's still around, I say that because I used to listen to them way back when. So that's good that they're still around.
Yeah, their old stuff is way better than the new stuff.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So what's changed?
I don't know. I think they're just getting old.
Interesting. I thought things got better with age, but I guess not.
I think in a way, I think it like grows and then there's a downslope at a certain point.
Now, what are some of the things that you're doing to prepare? I don't even know if there's any education that you can do to be a music producer.
Yeah, there's really not. I tried to look into some music programs at school. So right now I'm in a certificate for music, but there's not really anything at Drury, but it's just really promoting yourself and
it's who
praying.
You know.
Yeah, it's praying that it works.
So your next idea, I guess, is to go where the music is?
Yeah.
So there's L.A., there's Nashville, there's New York, there's other places.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where you mentioned techno and all that. I don't know where those main places are, but I guess that's where you would go.
I really want to move to Florida, so I mean, it's not really that big of a music area, but it is. It's weird, but I want to be on the beach, so I'm not going to move somewhere just for music. But
well, Miami has its kind of own.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
musical
Miami's
area.
huge for that.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, but it's also Miami. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. They have hockey there. That's the biggest key. I mean, I guess they do, yeah, because the Florida Panthers are right there. So they do have some semblance of hockey.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good. I think did I ask you this? If you have any family, brothers, sisters
that play?
Yeah, or that just in general.
Yeah, I have one brother.
Does he play at all?
Yeah, he's in the varsity team here for Spirit.
Okay. So we may be seeing him in the future here at one of the two schools?
If he comes to Drury, I'll stay a fifth year so I can get at least one season with him.
Will you now?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be, yeah, he'd be a freshman and you'd be a fifth year. And there you go. You can kind of be his mentor.
Yeah.
Do you have pull with the coach?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, he's my brother's coach too.
There you go. So say, hey, we need to put him on.
Yeah.
And then play on the same. Now, what does he play, forward or defense, or?
He's playing forward right now, but he's mainly a defenseman.
Okay, so there is a potential for that to happen.
There is.
Okay, that's good. Now, at the end of interviews, I always wish players more goals. So in this case, I know that you have one goal this season.
I do not. It was actually a mess up on the stats.
Really?
Yeah.
You're still looking for your first?
Yeah, I've been super close, but it's coming soon.
We need to talk to somebody to get that fixed, because if you score, I'll announce it as your second goal and not your first. So, okay, so we got to remember that. Then you're still waiting for your first. Do you have a celly you're going to do?
We'll see what it feels like. Just in the feeling, in the moment.
Okay.
I'll probably celebrate with my team.
There you go. Well, we'll wish you more goals. And Isaac Cartwright, thank you for doing this.
Appreciate it.
All right. We'll take a break and be back. More hockey coming up in just a moment.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
That's the buzzer. As we are back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, getting ready for period number 3. And it is a 5-2 lead for the Panthers. Drury with the last 2 goals of the second period, Kangas and Limpert, and we are underway in the third. Across the line for Schmitz. Has some room right side. He shoots. He hit the back of the net. Christopher still in net. Michael Christopher started. And he pushes the net off. So the benefit for the Panthers is the puck had come out the zone, but they'll get it set up and ready to go once again. So again, Christopher started after facing 6 shots. Came out. Matthew Zitzman comes in, faces 9, and then it's been Christopher since. Brook rolls around. Schmitz tried to send it around the back of the net. A couple of Tigers there. It is cleared, taken away by Mizzou and Ryland Quick. Into the zone, across their leading scorer, Bresner. Now back as the Panthers steal the puck. Out in front, Fournier. Crossover, Gilligan. Back out in front, or make that not Gilligan, that's 8, Cardinal, not 6. And as the crossover back pass didn't work, we get a drive here coming back for the Tigers, missing by Quick, and it's cleared back out. Puck is tipped in, so no icing. Sent back down into the Tigers zone. I think that last shot actually was not Quick. That was Bresner, 27. 18:40 to go in the period. Panthers will steal. Stegel, he'll have possession. Peels around right side up the middle. Drive that's blocked as Gilligan gets 2 attempts here, and it's covered up by Christopher. He'll hold on. Brady Kangas on this line with Richard Bazant and Gannon Stegel. And Stegel wins the draw. Kangas to shoot. Off the back of the boards, taken by Sansone. Gets over to the far side. Worked by Selvagi. Finally, the Tigers are able to get it. They bring it out to center ice. Through his skates was Huneke, and he'll drive it down in. Sillenpaw, he'll put a check on Selvagi. Luca, 2 goals, 1 assist for him. His last goal against Dort, January 30th. Tigers will set it up in their own zone. Sansone. As his pass taken away by the Panthers, they'll send it in. Line change commences for them. 17:44 to go in the period. 5-2. Drury. Kravitz drives it in. Panthers behind their own net. They try to get possession. Anson Kyle does. Sends it over the far side. Taken away by the Panthers. Sent in by Heuerman. Save. Rebound. Out along the benches. And now across 2-on-1. Centering pass. Drive. Just missed. Cody Lourenco was handcuffed, and he got enough just to get the shot off. Now Lourenco gets one off. Save. Rebound. Christopher sent it right into everybody, but it is Nicholson with it. He gets slammed into the boards hard, and the fans react to Caleb Limpert with that check. Actually, the Panthers now grab it at center. Well, they had it for a moment underneath the stick of Patrick Labutus and cleared right back in for Zon Warner. Now Warner sends it over to his goaltender, Garrett Limpert, to hold on to things. So with 16:38 and the clock stopped here, we'll have a face-off in the Panthers' end of the ice. Again, if you missed it, it was senior night today. 13 of the original Drury Panthers are saying goodbye after 4 seasons. They started with its infancy at Division III, moved into Division II. And Drury had a Division I team. And now back with the Division III squad. Tigers with possession across the line. Chase Wilkoff drive in and a save by Limpert, who'll hold on. Gabby, how you holding up?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well, Steve. This is a really fun game. I really like watching Mizzou and Drury play. You can tell they have a lot of competition towards each other, if I worded that right.
Well, either way, you'll probably be seeing another good game coming up at 6 o'clock because we'll have Drury and Illinois State Division I action. 5:50, make that 5:45. Or let's try it all again. 15:45 remaining in the period. I wish it was 5, but neither here nor there as the puck is sent around and out off the boards for Schmitz to capture it. Panthers cough it up, although skating through is Bien. He'll have it. Lead pass left side across the line. It'll go to Gilligan, or make that Evans, that is. And it's out to center ice. Trupiano. Left side, tried to cut it through. Sillenpaw to break it up. Trupiano's pass makes its way out in front. A drive and a save on the attempt by Sansone. It's cleared out to center ice. Now Axe with it. He'll drive it in. Now it's Gilligan on the ice. Gilligan in his 14th game for the Panthers. O'Connor. He'll clear it up. Sent back down in, no icing, it was tipped. A couple of players bang back behind the net. Fournier is there along with James Kemp to the point. Sillenpaw drops it down low to Fournier. Kravitz for the Tigers. Trying to get it to Savagi. Now Savagi has Cardinal break it up. Panthers keep it in. Left side. Fournier centering pass. Nobody there. Kravitz is able to clear and get it out to center ice. Tipped down in by Haneke, and then the Tigers go for a line change. Down to 14 remaining in the period. Delayed offside for the Panthers. They clear the zone. They also change too. Lewis will send it in. Landon Lewis, 2 goals, 7 assists for him. No points in the past 5 games, though. Backhander, an easy one by Devin Gilligan that's held onto by Christopher. All goaltenders have seen action this weekend. Matthew Zitzman has played in both of these games in relief. Jackson Winkles started yesterday's contest. He was relieved by Zitzman. Christopher came in then was relieved by Zitzman, and now Christopher back in with 13:26 and the clock rolling. Here across the line is Kraft behind the net. Warner able to dig it around, but it comes right out in front. Kraft had it off his stick, kept in. Before getting slammed into the boards was Jaden Salem. Puck deflected away. Panthers get it. It cannot clear. Once again, Salem holds it. 12:55 remaining in the period. And Drury with possession. They'll send it in. Icing will be the call. 12:41 remaining. Icing will bring it back into the Drury end of the ice. (5-2) Panthers. In the first period, 4 goals, and it was a 3-1 lead for Drury. In the second period, 3 goals, and the Panthers get 2, 1 for Mizzou. And that's what we are right now in a 5-2 game. Right in front of the Drury bench, Panthers will have it. Bazant is able to bully his way through. Now we come the other way across the line into the Panthers zone. Sansone leaves it out in front, drive, and it gets deflected. We get a couple of players helmet-to-helmet contact there. I don't think they really wanted that. That, of course, was Kravitz as he and Warner collided. Puck down in for Christopher to slide it over, but the Panthers gained possession, although they didn't make anything of that. Puck is cleared out to center. Across the line into the zone. Here's a shot in, saved by Limpert on the drive by Quick. Cleared right back out. Now Axe with possession. Spun around by Limpert to the far side. Here's Lourenco, has some room, looking for a backhander. Gets it in front, tipped, but not able to be put on net by Serrato. Now Trupiano works around Labutis. Lourenco off the boards. Panthers steal. Labutis with it, has some room, looking, gets some help, and a shot falling down by Limpert. No go. Quick has it, one-on-one. Quick for the Tigers, has some room. He shoots up high and he missed. Quick on the follow-up shot, couldn't get it in. It was blocked. In front, we're going to get a whistle, stoppage and play. And what? The net, possibly? And yep, that's it. The net dislodged. Because it's the Drury net, that was dislodged. The rush that the Panthers had, that was a bad situation. That was stopped because of the net. Here's Salem with a drive, it's blocked. Labutis swipes at it, but it makes its way out of the zone. Now Lourenco. Panthers on a change, nobody there on the far side. Puck sent up ahead. Across the line. Here is a drive score. The puck was dropped back to Grant Huneke. He gets his second of the season. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-3 contest. So Hunke will get his second. Here in period 3.
Mizzou goal, scored by number 24, Grant Hunnicky, assisted by number 17, Lucas Selvaggi, and number 3, Noah Kravitz. Time of the goal, 9:45. Hunnicky from Selvaggi and Kravitz at 9:45.
And it's a 2-goal game, the worst lead in hockey now. We get an icing call here. So Hunnicky with his second out of Edwardsville, Illinois. Selvaggi and Kravitz with the assists. .9:35 remains. Now Sillenpaw with it. Panthers bring it across the line. Here is Robb looking for an opportunity. Christopher to break it up. Puck is cleared out to center. Near side boards. Sansone able to drop it out. Now here come the Panthers with possession out of their own zone. Across the line to Fournier. They'll send it to O'Connor. O'Connor with some room. He shoots in, save, rebound, loose. Surveying everything is Cardinal. He gets a return pass back from the point. Up the middle, a drive in by Fournier, and we get Christopher with the save there. .8:26 to go in the period. Shots 37-28. We'll do it again. Kraft comes in along with Fournier, and it will be possession to the Tigers. Flipped out to center. O'Connor fighting for it. Pushes his way off with 8:15 to go. And a 5-3 lead. Watch out, the next goal will be important. Panthers get it. They're back to a 3-goal advantage. Tigers get it. We're within 1. And you can argue that Drury has had some output, but the Tigers have been close. They've been keeping it close. Nice move by Fournier to get around everybody. Tigers, Bader steals, lost the puck. Here come the Panthers. Fournier, he gets slammed into the boards and the officials. We come the other way. 7:24 remains. Puck flipped back out. Now Kravitz. He's been all over the ice. If you had to vote for MVP for both teams, and Kravitz would be my vote right now. He's been all over. Steals the puck here, gets a drive in, it's blocked. Now we get Kravitz with his stick upended, and Panthers slowly get it across the line into the zone. Stagel with a drive, he gets deflected up and out of play into the netting, becomes a souvenir for a fan. .647 to go in the period. Face off to the right of Christopher, left as you see it on Web Sports Radio. Puck on the line, kept in by Serrato momentarily, but we turn the other way. Leading scorer Luke Bresner across the line. Bresner with a backhander, threw in, saved by Limpert. He'll hold on. Another game coming up right after this. Well, not immediately after, but at 6 p.m. we'll be on the air at 5:30 Central. That'll be Drury D1 against Illinois State. I think we're going to get a penalty out of all this, maybe one each side. Well, they're both going to get misconducts. They're going to kick them out. They're not going to go to the penalty box. They're going to kick them both out. They both get 10-minute misconducts. So Kangas, it looks like, and is that 8? No, that's 9, Trupiano. At least that's what I thought the officials said was 10-minute misconducts. We'll hear from Kevin Klein on just what the penalties are.
Coincidental penalties, 10-minute misconducts each to Missouri, number 9, Andy Trupiano, and to Drury, number 59, Brady Kangas. Time of the penalties, 13:31. Trupiano and Kangas, 10-minute misconducts at 13:31.
So that is, and they did not want to leave the penalty box, but they'll be in since it will not expire before the period comes over. So that means 2 penalties, 12 minutes against the Panthers, and 3 penalties, 14 minutes against the Tigers with those 10-minute misconducts. Now Labutis along the line. He'll send it down in low, works around in a tip in front on the attempt by Lorenko, and the puck is cleared, taken away by Kravitz and sent down. No icing. Clock rolling at 5.5 remaining in the third. And we get a stoppage in play here for that icing. A 5-3 lead for the Drury Panthers. They had as much as a 3-1 lead, became 3-2. Then 4-2, 5-2, now 5-3 with Huneke's goal at 9:45. Oh, we got a Tiger down, but no harm, no foul. Shot right in, and it gets deflected to the corner. We get a whistle behind the play, and I believe net for being dislodged. No penalty there, although the referee raised his hand. Or do we get a penalty? Yes, we are going to get one. Now, Lorenko goes. Cross-check. We're even up. 3 penalties each, 14 minutes total. So power play number 2 now for the Tigers. Cody Lorenko still not happy with what's going on. He's yelling at the official. Terry Farrar's coming over. I think we're going to get more. Yeah, they're going to need someone to serve because I think he just got 10 minutes. So Jake Lyons will come in to serve.
Drury penalty to number 77, Cody Lorenko. 2-minute minor for cross-checking and a 10-minute misconduct. Time of the penalty, 14:56. Lorenko, 2-minute minor for cross-checking and a 10-minute misconduct at 14:56. Serving the 2-minute minor is number 12, Jake Lyons.
4 penalties, 24 minutes now to the Panthers, who have now been assessed 2 10-minute misconducts. So the misconducts is what hurts your penalty time, especially here now with 4:24 remaining. Power play for the Tigers with 1:16, and look out, they get a goal here. We're down to a 1-goal affair late in this period. Sansone on the power play will send it in. Bad bounce off the boards. Can the Panthers clear? They finally, no, let's see, it's on the line. Still battling for it. Finally, it comes out to center. 49 seconds remaining with the man advantage. Tipped in underneath the stick of Caleb Schmitz. He is able to clear and send it down. 38 remaining, and the clock continues to roll. Now the Tigers with Bresner. Across the line, gets a drive off. It is blocked into the corner. Panthers steal. Power play for 20 for the Tigers. Stegel. He sent it in with now 12 remaining. 3:11 to go in the period. 4 seconds remaining in the power play. We're back to 5-on-5. Panthers with possession. They're looking to break the guy out of the box, Jake Lyons. He'll have to chase. Lyons gets to the half boards. Puts a hit on Lewis. Sent over the far side. Lyons is able to keep it in up the middle. Good play by Cardinal with some pressure for the Panthers here. The more pressure, the better. Stegel up top. Now Sillenpaw, his pass through to Lyons doesn't connect. Taken away by the Tigers and cleared by Huneke, and it's out to center ice. Panthers regroup, get it back in quickly. Off the boards to himself is Stegel, but it's intercepted. Taken by Huneke, and he'll send it all the way down. Line change for the Tigers. They get 4 on the ice now. Coming down to 2:07 remaining in the third. Looks like broadcast-wise we'll be in fairly good shape. Still a lot to do between games as we get ready for Division I action. We'll have it on our Division I channel. 1:45 remaining. Puck sent in, driven down by Anson Kyle. Joked with him. The only player with 2 first names. Here's Axe across the line. Drive comes in. Limpert will hold on now with 1:31 remaining.
Senior night continues here at the Stanhope Arena, Brightspeed Ice Park. 6 o'clock face-off with your number 5 ranked Drury University D1 Panthers taking on the Redbirds of Illinois State University.
They're announcing the next game that is coming on. They will also have senior night now. Just 2 seniors for Division I. Francis Young Menard will be one of them. And Josh Robbins, goaltender, will be the other. Down to 1:24. Shot comes in. And it is deflected away. Panthers, as we have an empty net, goaltender has been pulled. It's all the way down. Panthers still with it. Fournier, empty net. Axe is playing goaltender. Comes up the middle and shoveled over. And Fournier's there. Less than a minute to go in the period with the empty net. Tigers bring it across the line. A bouncing puck. Broken up and cleared by the Panthers. Backhander, Maya Warner gets it out to center. Now shot right back in, delayed offside as the Panthers clear. 44 seconds remaining. An empty net for the Tigers. The Panthers lead by 2. And we get a offside here. 36.4 seconds left, and the faceoff will come outside the zone. I'll keep the goaltender off the, well, nope. They're going to bring it at center ice. So do they put the goaltender in or not? Looks like not. 6 Tigers on the ice. Salem will kind of be the pseudo goaltender playing up. Fournier had one, but he didn't get a shot off. 30 seconds remaining. Limpert, maybe he was thinking about shooting the puck. Now the Panthers is falling down. In front was Bader, and now taken by the Panthers. Shot at the empty net, missing wide by O'Connor. They'll chase it in. O'Connor gets a little check up high. That'll do it. Oh, we get a Panther down. And oh, now we might have some fights. So punches thrown as we do get Quick with a punch on O'Connor, I believe. Well, all rights, they should just let the period go. There's 0.4 on the clock. Just let it go and call it good. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to get off. They're trying to get everybody. They said roll the clock. They do. Game is over. 5-3 is the final. 7 shots in the third period. Three-period total of 38. 11. And they're going to say 33 shots, Scott. There we go. 11 on Limpert. Three-period total of 33. Power plays. Panthers 0 for 2. 1 for 2 were the Tigers. And 4 penalties, 24 minutes to well, let's see. 3 penalties, 14 minutes to Mizzou. 4 penalties, 24 minutes to Drury. Drury now improves, that is, to 11-10-1. Tigers drop to 7-15-2. Goals again, Bresner, and then Limpert, Fournier, Evans. Nicholson will score in the second period to make it 3-2, but then Kangas and Limpert makes it 5-2, and then Huneke 5-3 in the third period. We're going to get out of here as we get ready for the next game, but we thank you for tuning in. And again, a 5-3 victory for the Drury Panthers as they go above 500 for the first time here in a while. For Scott Lutzke, he keeps us on the air. For Gabby Marler with great camera work, I'm Steve Casson. Thank you for joining us, and once again, we will have another game for you coming up. 5:30 will be on the air on the Division I channel, and the game will start at 6, but prior to that, there will be a 2-player ceremony as just 2 seniors are graduating from the Division I team. It's been fun, like Gabby said. We hope that you will join us for the next one here in Mirror Moments. Again, the final score, 5-3 Drury. In about an hour or so, we'll see you then. Otherwise, good night, everyone.